Who would believe that we are still in the depths of the COVID-19 pandemic after some 18 months and still not knowing when it will be all over? It proves one thing though, that we are truly resilient. And on behalf of Bata, I want to salute all our brothers and sisters in the travel and tourism industry for hanging tough and working towards the recovery that will surely happen no matter what. Annyeonghaseyo and greetings everyone. Great to be with all of you at this forum. They say bad news travel faster and further. I'm very sure everyone is keeping current with all the news, reports, and updates widely available in the media. Today, I will avoid talking about the negative impact of the pandemic. For a change, let's focus on the positive side of the crisis. If you are still in business today, it is pretty clear that you have somehow pivoted or adapted to the unpredictable and brutal environment. It is not easy to pivot or transform, so you got to take some credit for it. Because without a playbook, there will be more questions than answers. So where are the positives, if any? Necessity is the mother of all invention. When you're forced to do something, especially for survival, you will surprise yourself and others. The biggest positive must be digitalization. Quoting Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella in April 2020, he said, Microsoft has seen 2 years worth of digital transformation in just 2 months, unquote. Other reports estimated COVID-19 brought forward digital transformation and adoption by at least 5 years. This is indeed big. It is no different in the tourism industry. We are already witnessing the transformation in all aspects of our business. For example, VR, AR, MR, contactless customer service, smart supply chain, AI and machine learning, touchless payment systems, just to name a few. Digitalization drives innovation and contributes to greater productivity. We cannot do without it. Let us all embrace it fully, or we'll be left behind. Another huge plus is the e-commerce boom. In a lockdown, arguably the only business that's still able to continue unfettered is e-commerce. We can see that happening in so many different industries. When people can't travel, they need to find something else to make them happy, to give them some joy. Retail therapy is a good substitute. Online shopping is booming. According to Statista, in 2020, over 2 billion people purchased goods and services online. And during the same year, e-retail sales surpassed $4.28 trillion worldwide. And this growth trend is expected to continue. Besides the usual savvy online shoppers, what we are seeing are people who have never gone online to do shopping. They are doing it for the first time. It includes people who were previously skeptical of transacting online, especially among the older population. Now, this is a new market segment that has huge purchasing power. So let's tap on this new growing market. Typically, we set aside a travel budget for our personal and family leisure travel each year. But with borders closed, Part of this amount of money would be saved, but most of us will use part of it to purchase non-travel products. This is helping the retail and F&B industry to some extent. But can travel and tourism benefit from this? We are seeing a growing convergence between travel and e-commerce. Let me share some examples. AirAsia is pivoting from an airline to a unified e-commerce platform, both across travel and lifestyle. A super app offering travel, retail, fintech, and more. Recently in Singapore, they launched food delivery services, and in Thailand, they are partnering Gojek for ride-hailing. It is a most agile company, not afraid to push new boundaries. KrisShop of Singapore Airlines is another good example. From Inflight Shopping, it has transformed itself into a full-fledged e-commerce platform. It has just won the Omni-Channel Strategy of the Year Singapore Award by Retail Asia. Sales more than doubled, with over 80% increase in traffic to the site. Now, both Singapore Airlines and AirAsia have accepted the fact that travel recovery will take some time. And meanwhile, what can they do with the millions of customers in their loyalty programs and database? While some members may not be able to fly, but they can still buy stuff or services online, isn't it? While waiting to fly, why not offer them a convenient shopping channel with specially curated products? Remember, out of sight, out of mind. Engage them or lose them. The heightened importance of ESG, environmental, social, and governance, is another positive. Despite challenging times such as this, it is heartening to see many organizations committed to doing more to benefit the community at large, especially in the areas of climate change, carbon emission, and the SDGs. There's increasing awareness on the urgent need to change the way we look at the traditional 3 Ps. Instead of always putting profits first, we must now put people and planet before profits. Regarding the cruise industry, pent-up demand has led to a huge surge in bookings for 2022 and 2023 sailings. It was wonderful news that the Oceania World Cruise for 2023 was sold out within 1 day of opening for sale to the public on January this year. And river cruise operator Uniworld have seen a 425% year-on-year increase in bookings for late 2021 and 2022. Even in the region, we are seeing positive signs. Dream Cruises have restarted operations in Singapore, Taiwan, and Hong Kong. Bookings for sailings have been very strong, hitting 230,000 pax, with 130,000 from Singapore alone. This augurs well for a robust recovery in the cruise industry. Cruise operators have invested heavily in leading-edge technology and adopted safety and health protocols to make cruising an even safer and more enjoyable experience. Nobody can guarantee that there will be zero COVID outbreaks, be it at sea or on land. What is most important is the ability to deal with cases when they arise. Travel confidence is linked to risk perception. With global vaccines rollout gathering pace, we will see countries adopting an endemic approach to cautiously open borders. The truth is that there are still unknowns about the various types of vaccines and their efficacies and possible side effects. There's really no shortcuts. We will learn and adapt as we go, especially with new variants and mutations. It is here to stay, and we got to live with it. Yeah. However, there are certain things that are within our control. One area is in the harmonization of health and safety protocols. Right now, each country is doing its own thing. We need governments to come together and work hand in hand with the private sector. Within the tourism industry, let's not work in silos anymore. Let's pool resources and share information across travel verticals. While focusing on the health and safety aspects, let's not forget about the traveler's experience. This is core. This has a great bearing on the speed of tourism recovery. PATA is a catalyst to promote sustainable and responsible tourism to, from, and within the Asia-Pacific region. We stand united with our members, industry partners from both the public and private sectors, and all stakeholders to rebuild a more resilient, more sustainable, and more responsible future for our industry. It is not if, but when tourism recovery will commence. Let us be lean and agile in an ever-evolving new reality. Let me conclude by sharing a quote from Charles Darwin. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent, but the most adaptable to change. Kamsahamnida and thank you. Have a productive forum.